and today we are going to learn about SizeClass of Autolayout. Actually, it's a requested video from a user who asked me to create a tutorial video on SizeClass of Autolayout. Though it's requested a long back, approx 2 or 3 months back, but actually I was gone through a couple of serious medical situations in my family, like 2, 3 serious medical situations. Along with that, my laptop got down, so I gone through a couple of ups and downs, but right now just recovered. So going to continue the tutorials video from now on. And since it's a long gap, so try to make up those gaps by giving a very frequent tutorial video as much as possible from now on. So without no more words, let's jump into the tutorial and learn about the size class of photo layout. So first create a blank project. Okay, so as you can see, our first project is created and this is the screen. So before start with the size class, you have to learn a couple of basic concepts. Like this kind of appearance of the device is called the portrait orientation. And when it's being rotated, to rotate the simulator, you need to click on this, not the simulator, rotate the scene, rather you can say. For that, you need to click on this particular orientation button. So if you click, it's changed to landscape mode. This kind of orientation is called landscape. So let's go back to the orientation as a portrait. So first, take a view. I've taken a view. Let's set the width and height as 100. That's it. And align it to center. And that's it. Our view is being set. Change its color to red so that it can be visible easily. Okay. So this is our view. Now I want to set the auto layout for this view. Say, let's assume, first of all, I want this view height would be 100 for portrait and 200 for landscape. I do it reverse because landscape have the less area. So I change it to like 100 on the landscape and 200 on the portrait. So change it. So for that you either select constraint from direct from here, or what else you do, select the constraint from here and double click on it. So this is the height constraint. Okay. So you need to click on the add variation. So you can see width as compact and height as regular. So it appear as a 100. Same applied for the width. So clicking on this plus particular icon, this kind of window appear, and over there with height, this kind of variation will appear. You can ignore the bottom two options, just work on the width and height for now. So click on the add variation. So width is compact and height is regular. So that's it. So if you want to learn about all the available orientations and the size class, so for that you can search with the size class in iOS, and there are so many of options is available. You can just go through with any list of it. So over here you can see there are a lot of devices, and every devices have compact with regular height, compact with compact height. So how can we determine which one is compact with the compact height? So in old iOS, there is a very small devices like iPhone SE first generation or iPhone 4S. So those kind of devices are very small with a small height. Those kind of devices is called compact with a compact height, because those width and height both are very compact, very small. So that's why it's called compact. But from when the device size gets regular size, like regular width or regular height, on those kind of devices is called regular width or regular height. So in this kind of device, the width is compact. You can see the device width is very small, so width is compact, but the height is regular. Okay. But then also you need not to worried about anything. You just need to select on the constraint and click on this particular button. You can automatically get a prompt like whether the width is compact or height is regular or compact, like this way. Okay. So you need not to worry about it. So similar way, the height is being set, width is being set. So our portrait orientation is done. Now I change the orientation to landscape. Now, sorry, I did the mistake on the portrait orientation. It's supposed to be 200, right? So this is 200 and this is 200. Okay. Now I change to orientation to landscape. Now I want the constraint should be like you can see the width and is compact and height is compact. I click on the add variant and over here you can see this is 100. Okay. Similar applied for the width also. So width is compact, height is compact and click on the add variant and you can see this is also applied as a 100. So what does it mean in these three scenarios? Constant, compact with compact height, compact with regular height, like three scenarios. Okay. If it is the device is compact width and regular height, then it's applied as a 200. Okay. If the width is compact and height is compact, then it's applied as a 100. For any other case, the default scenario, it will apply 100. If you want to do something else like say 110, you can apply that. That's not an issue. Okay. For default case, you can apply 110 like this. Whatever you want. This is the default case. Okay. So you can see now whenever I am changing the orientation of the scene, it's automatically changing its appearance. Now let's run the project. Okay, so as you can see, our project is running right now and the portrait mode is currently displaying. To change the simulator appearance to landscape, you need to click on this particular icon or you need to click command right arrow or left arrow to change the orientation. Okay, so I'm clicking over here. So this is the click. You can see the view size got automatically changed. You need not to write a single line of code. That is the beauty of the size class. Okay, I changing again, but this time the view size didn't impact it. Again, I am changing it, and now it's working. What happened? Why it didn't work? It's not an issue. It's actually what happened for iPhone. This is the normal scenario. Like the when you are speaking with somebody, the portion which is on your ear, that particular top section of the iPhone is currently on the top. If you are clicking single time, the top is on the right hand side. Okay. If you click once more, the top is at the bottom side. This is called the bottom down approach. This is called the top side down. Okay. So in this top side down scenario, iPhone UI didn't work. It's not supported by the iPhone. For iPad it works, but for iPhone it didn't work. So click once more. Now the top side is on the left side. If you click once more, the top side go back to the normal position. So that's how the iPhone UI works. Okay. So now move on to more advanced stage. Let's remove this particular constraint. Okay. Now the scenario is I want this view to be placed at the top left corner when it's on the portrait mode and at the bottom right corner when it's at the landscape mode. So for that, what you need to do, you need to give a leading and top constraint. I'm assigning leading as 8 and top as 8. Fine. Now, if you go to the constraint, you can see the same way I will assign compact regular add variations. Okay, 8. That is fine. But over here, here is another plus icon. If you click on this particular plus icon, you can see compact regular add variations and remove this one. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, I will explain in couple of minutes. Similar applied for the leading also. So similarly, compact regular add variance and compact regular add variance and this one install. Okay, that means this constraint work only for compact width and regular height. Only these conditions this constraint will install. Default case doesn't work. I have removed the default case by unchecking this. Okay. So if you now change the orientation, you can see the constraint is missing because you can see from here this is a blue constraint, but this one is grayed out because this one is missing. For that, you need to drag once again over here and you need to provide the trailing and bottom constraint. Okay. Now you can provide this is the trailing constraint. I am giving it as a 8 and this is the bottom constraint giving it as a 8. Okay. So right now, if you tweak, there is a problem on the constraint because all the four got enabled. But that should not be. This constraint, this trailing and bottom constraint should only work for the landscape orientation. So for that, you need to click on over here and over here, the same way you need to uninstall the default case. Same applied for here also. You need to click on this variation and over here you need to remove it. and that's it. Now when you made the orientations, you can see these two sets got disabled, these two sets got enabled. If you change the orientation again, you can see these two sets got enabled, but these two sets got disabled. For these two sets, you can provide individual different constants. Say example, I provide over here 20. So 20 and 20 like this. Okay, so now it's behave completely differently. Okay, so let's run once again. Okay, so you can see our project is running. So let's change the orientation. You can see the orientation is changed, and the particular view appearance is the at the bottom right hand side, but there is some extra space in the trailing and bottom side compared to the leading and top. As you can see here, it's a very minor space over here. But in case of landscape scenario, you can see there is some large space over here. Okay. So like this way, we can handle all the devices UI appearance without doing any single line of code. Okay. So that's it, guys, for today. See you on the coming days on a new tutorial, on a new video. Till then, have a nice day. Goodbye.